stormy beginning. It was a cold winter night in the small village of Woolsthorpe, Lincolnshire, England, on January 4, 1643 Old Calendar, December 25, 1642. The world was at war. England was in the middle of a civil conflict. But in a small stone farmhouse, a frail and tiny baby was born, so small that people whispered he might not live through the night. His mother, Hannah Icecoff Newton, named him Isaac. His father had died before he was born, and his mother would soon remarry, leaving young Isaac in the care of his grandmother. He grew up shy, quiet, and often lonely, but with an endless curiosity for how the world worked. The boy who loved to build. Isaac was not an ordinary child. He built windmills powered by mice, water clocks that told time using dripping water, and even tiny mechanical toys. But in school he was not the best at first until one day a boy bullied him. Isaac decided he would beat him at everything, and soon he rose to the top of his class. His competitive spirit became a driving force for the rest of his life. From farm to university. When Isaac was a teenager, his mother pulled him out of school so he could work on the family farm. But farming bored him. He would often be found reading under a tree instead of plowing fields. His uncle recognized his potential and convinced his mother to send him back to school. Eventually, Newton made it to Trinity College, Cambridge, in 1661. There, he studied the ideas of great scientists like Galileo, Kepler, and Descartes. But Isaac didn't just learn, he started questioning everything. The year the world stopped. In 1665, a plague swept through England, forcing Cambridge University to close. Newton returned to Woolsthorpe, and for the next 2 years he entered what historians call his annus mirabilis, his miracle years. Here, away from professors and lectures, Newton made some of the greatest discoveries in the history of science. Calculus, the mathematics of change. The laws of motion. The law of universal gravitation. Major breakthroughs in optics, light, and color. The apple story. One afternoon, Newton sat in his mother's orchard. He noticed an apple fall from a tree. It didn't float, it didn't drift sideways, it fell straight down to the ground. Most people would simply eat the apple, but Newton's mind asked, why does it fall down? Does the earth pull it? Could the same force pull the moon around the earth? This thought was revolutionary. Newton began to suspect that the same invisible force pulling the apple was also keeping the moon in orbit. This would become his law of universal gravitation. Every object in the universe attracts every other object, and the strength of that attraction depends on their masses and the distance between them. 1687, the book that changed everything. After years of refining his theories, Newton published Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, the mathematical principles of natural